Hello there, fantasy owners. This is Sean, the fantasy ace with the hat, back to bring you more of the tips, tricks, and tools you need to help dominate the contest and leagues you are in. This week we are taking a look at Michigan International Speedway. Michigan is a very wide and very open track. It's pretty comparable, if there's any other track on the NASCAR circuit, it's comparable to Auto Club Speedway, because it's also very wide open, there's a lot of room to pass cars, and this is also going to factor in with other similar tracks such as Indianapolis, which we've raced on a few weeks back. But the thing I definitely want to point out with this week's race is that we are using the same high drag package, I'm talking about the rules package, as Indianapolis. So what does this mean to you? This means that the fastest cars will move right to the front. So please, watch those practice speeds in order to help make your decisions this week. And speaking of decisions, here are my 5 picks for Michigan. I am predicting Michigan to be a very, very competitive race this week. And there will be many drivers going for the win, but perhaps the driver with the best chance in my eyes is last week's Watkins Glen winner, Joey Logano. He starts 10th, and he also is second in final practice, meaning he has a very, very fast car. He also is a previous winner at Michigan and has finished in the top 5 3 times, including twice in the August Michigan race. A very notable stat you guys should take note of. He also has ran 82 fastest laps, 5th best in the NASCAR circuit. So find some way to use Logano this week. He is a really good pick. Michigan is filled with drivers with lower values that can actually have a chance to do very well this week. And somebody who is a bit lower in value than Joey Logano is Carl Edwards. He starts in the 3rd position and was also 3rd fastest in final practice, meaning he has a very fast car, and since he starts close to the front, I'm expecting him to maintain some really good position or challenge for the win. After all, he has 2 wins at this track and an average finishing position of 9.810, which is the best in the series right now. So consider using Carl Edwards, and I think he's a really good pickup for your fantasy leagues this week. Do use him. Michigan has proven to be one of those tracks where a driver that starts far in the back can move their way up through the field. And this week, we have one of those drivers in one of those cases, which is Kyle Larson. He starts all the way back in 34th, which gives him huge amounts of potential to have some great finishing upside. He also was 4th in final practice, which means he has a very, very fast car. And due to him finishing in the top 10 in Indy, notably, Michigan is using the same rules package as Indy, so his car is going to surge up through the field. And remember, cars that are fast will move to the front, and this is exactly what's going to happen to Kyle Larson this week. So use him in your lineups. He will get you a lot of points. Consistency is a pretty important factor when it comes to Michigan this week, because drivers who have consistently done well in Michigan tend to continue to do well. And perhaps there's no better example with this than Paul Menard. He starts 24th, which gives him some potential for some good finishing differential, and his average running position in the August Michigan race is 5.7 since 2012. That is very, very good, and he currently has a streak of 4 consecutive top 10s, and 3 of those were top 5s at Michigan. So really, I mean, you can't go wrong with a pick like Menard this week. Do use him, he's gonna do good for you. Michigan is one of those tracks that allows lower value drivers to have some good chances to get some good positions this week, earning a lot of fantasy owners a lot of points. One of those drivers that is at a bit of a lower value that will probably do very well with this task this week is Danica Patrick. She starts all the way back in 23rd, which gives her some potential for some good finishing upside. And she also has 4 top 20 finishes at Michigan, which for a driver of her value is pretty good. She also has never finished worse than 23rd yet at this track, which means that she's a pretty safe pick for your lineups this week. I would recommend using her, especially for her value. You can't go wrong with this one. That is my 5 main picks for Michigan this week. Now, hopefully these picks will help you do well in your fantasy contest and leagues, and hopefully you'll be able to win. So, thank you guys for watching the weekly DFS NASCAR report with yours truly, Sean, the ace with the hat. And if you guys want to talk more NASCAR with me, be sure to follow me on Twitter at SeanMan247. Thank you guys, and good luck!